Ladies and gents, welcome back. We have good news this morning. It's not all rosy, but we have good news and it's worth celebrating. Canada to drop COVID-19 requirement for entering country on September 30th. Sources, this is from the Globe and Mail. Now, it's not all rosy, and this is the reason why I say Roman Baber getting on Twitter to say the pandemic is over. All public health restrictions imposed on Canadians, be it by public, regulated, or private sector, must be gone as well. No more excuses. Get everyone back to work and end all passports. This is not over until it's all gone. An article here from the Counter Signal. Vaccine mandates for travelers returning from international travel dropping this month. They're over. It's done. It's not being suspended again this time. It's done. They're done. Done. Now, in this article, according to the Globe and Mail, Ottawa plans to drop COVID-19 vaccine requirements for people who enter Canada, as well as the use of the controversial Arrive Can app. That's right. They're now making the Arrive Can app optional. Okay, we're going to get into this. Don't worry. Currently, unvaccinated travelers entering Canada are required to quarantine for 14 days. The changes for arrivals into Canada are planned for September 30th. I don't know why they didn't just announce it now, but whatever. September 30th, not too far away. The changes still need to be finalized by Trudeau's cabinet. The federal Conservative Party leader, Pierre Poilievre, ran on scrapping the Arrive Can app during his victory speech on September 10th. The crowd cheered when Poilievre said he would end the app if elected prime minister. Now, the news here is that the app is not being scrapped. The app is still going to be in place. It's going to be optional. We know how that's going to go, but let's look at what is going to be scrapped. The news comes following woes of the, I'm not sure, there's a typo here, of the hashtag Trudeau must go trending on Twitter. The viral trend has over 500,000 tweets from Canadians from all walks of life who Trudeau's punitive vaccine mandates have harmed. And guess what? We're going to actually be having the guy that started it on the show tonight, Marty Up North's, his fact-checking twin brother, Marty Up North, who started this trend. He's going to be on the channel tonight, so be sure to tune into that at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Check your local listings. But let's keep going with this. It also comes on the heels of the leaked report allegedly given to Health Canada by independent experts. As Steve Kirsch stated in his Substack, experts advised Health Canada in June that vaccine mandates were unnecessary and too much of a health risk for people under the age of 60. Given the statistical evidence provided in this report, the public health policy tools such as mass vaccination campaigns, mandates, passports, travel restrictions need to be reevaluated for relevance in this phase of SARS-CoV-2. The abundance of evidence documented by Public Health Ontario, FO for short, Public Health Agency of Canada, FAC for short, and top-tier scientific journalists demonstrate that the vaccines do not prevent infection or hospitalization. The Ontario data show that vaccination currently makes the little difference in the terms of hospitalization and death rates for those below the age of 60. Additionally, since there are known risks to adverse events and unknown long-term effects, these must be considered in developing vaccine policies, was the statement here. Now, this goes against the concept of say the thing when you get sick. Say the thing. If because I was vaccinated, it would have, I'm so much better off and it would have been worse. Well, this is no longer the case. The empirical evidence investigated in this report from FOFAC does not support continuing mass vaccination program mandates, passports, and travel bans for all age groups. Rather, it may be prudent to utilize a more targeted and cost-effective approach focused on vaccinating the high-risk groups while factoring in individuals' potential risk of vaccine-related adverse events. Counter Signal reached out to Health Canada for feedback, but is not heard back by the time of this print. Health Canada continues to advise young, healthy babies and children to get vaccinated against COVID-19. This is the case here. Now we have a report from CTV News saying Canada to drop COVID-19 vaccine border policy. ArriveCan to be optional. This is a key factor here. They're not getting rid of the ArriveCan app. And this is, I've speculated for a lot on the channel here, that the ArriveCan app was never about vaccines. It was never about this stuff. This was a tracking app that they wanted to implement. Regardless, this is something that they had in the works apart from the COVID-19 pandemic. This is something that they wanted. Anyway, let's get into this. Federal government plans to drop COVID-19 vaccine border requirements by the end of September and make the ArriveCan application optional. Sources confirmed to CTV News the government is expected to make this policy change by the end of the month, and the sources indicated that the Liberals will also end the outstanding random COVID-19 tests for travelers. Now, we have Maxime Bernier weighing in on this on Twitter, saying the Liberals leak plans to drop vaccine border requirements on the eve of the opening of the court challenge, when the judge will have to rule on the first on a Crown request to drop the case because they said it's become moot. How convenient. Now, this is what it's pretty slimy. It's pretty slimy what goes on in Ottawa. So what they've done now, what they've essentially done, is they've created a situation where they can make new rules. There'll be unconstitutional rules, and all they have to do is wait until there's a court challenge. Then they get rid of the rule, and then it's considered moot. So everyone has to live under unconstitutional rules, laws, what have you, as long as they can pull it back. This is a dictatorship, banana republic move. And if this is allowed by the courts, this will set a terrible precedent moving forward. Now, there's a lot of people moving in to protest this in Ottawa today. The important update, the federal court has fixed and reposted all web links on the federal court website. Vaccine travel mandates lawsuit mootness hearing. So this is happening today, September 21st, 2022 at 9:30 a.m. one-day hearing. Ottawa Federal Court, 90 Spark Street, Ottawa, Ontario. It's got all the information. To everyone who attends, please keep things civil, peaceful, and respectful. Absolutely. There is no need to go in. You'll upset your case. If you're trying to make a case and you create a scene, it's not going to work in your favor. So they're calling here. They really need boots on the ground. Show the media, the courts, and the government that we mean business and that these 4 cases are far from moot. If you are able, please attend the hearing in person, either inside the courthouse or outside on the street. We need thousands of supporters to show up. If you are unable to make it to Ottawa and would like to attend the hearing virtually, please follow the link below and register to attend. I'll leave a link in the description for this post on Twitter via Kelly Charlebois, who said, don't forget this is happening tomorrow in Ottawa. This was from yesterday. Mandates are said to be lifted on September 30th as of today. But this is why this court case is important. It's very important that we have this case move forward and it not be considered moot, because we need to be able to challenge these rules. When the government comes in with unconstitutional rules, they can't just get away with it by striking it down before the lawsuit hits and it becoming moot in the eyes of the law. No, if they're going to put these things forward, they need to be challenged, and we need to make sure that we hold them to account for what they're doing. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this whole situation. I'm definitely glad to hear that we'll be able to travel. We'll be able to do this stuff. We'll be able to go wherever you want now. And we'll be able to have our American and overseas friends come into the country despite their willingness or unwillingness to take a medical procedure. This is good news, but it's not great news. This is what I'm trying to get at. So let's drive this home. We still have work to do, and we still have to push this. Keep working at it. Anyway, let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this whole situation. Please subscribe to the channel. Consider subscribing today if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. It helps you lets you know when I go live. I go live every Friday at 6:30 Pacific time, but 6:30 Pacific time. Check your local listings. But tonight I'll be going live. Special guest Marty up north. Check that out. Don't miss that. This is going to be a fun one. He's got some some good news on the front of viral success when it comes to the hashtag Trudeau must go. And according to Trudeau, that was trending all last weekend and it's still trending at the moment. So we'll see you then. Keep on trucking.